Oh, those guys was TARS. I'll gladly walk the plank. Who's with me?
As long as you can make me vote.
Okay.
Greetings and welcome to the table in the tavern. It's all fun and games over here right now. We're just now getting started. Because we're playing D&D, I brought along some friends. So I'd like to go ahead and get started by going around our virtual table introducing everyone. Starting to my left, Brandon.
Hello,
Brandon,
everyone.
why don't you tell us a little about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing today?
Sure. So, I'm Brandon, or in the Twitch world, I am Redneck Sun 45. I do stream on Xbox for my control and all that. But tonight I'll be playing as Gert Stoneshaft. He is the first mate on the Greasy Roger. He is a mountain dwarf fighter.
Thank you for that, Brandon. Continuing on, we have Chris. Chris, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little about yourself and about the character you're playing tonight?
How you doing? Yeah, my name's Chris. I go by Drake. I've been playing D&D for a long time. I personally prefer 2nd edition, but I've enjoyed playing 5th edition with Pat and the gang because I've got to kind of figure out how all the mechanics work and everything, and it's been rather fun. Different, but fun. I am playing a storm sorcerer that is an aquatic elf from the world of Toril, which would be no, I'm wrong. No, that's right. Which is the Forgotten Realms world. I came to this world by way of a game in the midst of Ravenloft. I have joined the industrious crew of the Greasy Roger on their adventures and
Greasy Roger
and hijinks. So, having at this point, I'm one of the members of the crew that are kind of along for the ride, but still trying to find my place in the world while I gather friends and associates here and there and yonder. And with that, I turn it back over to our honorable dude.
All right. Thank you for that, Chris. Continuing on, we have Dean. Dean, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and about the character you're going to be playing in?
Yeah, my name's Dean McGuire. I'm playing a human fighter battlemaster, Captain Von DeVento. He is the captain of the Greasy Roger. A little bit about myself. I work with Patrick and Brandon. Data for, just do what every person does, enjoying life. But yeah, I'm going to be playing the human fighter with my wonderful, awesome, fun, crazy crew of shenanigans. So we'll get to see how this goes since we're getting ready to sail off. Back to you.
Indeed. And continuing on, we have Gracie. Gracie, why don't you tell us about yourself, a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight.
Yeah, so my name's Gracie. The character I'm playing tonight, her name is Elvira. She's a tiefling moon sorcerer. She's a bit of a trouble starter. She likes to be sarcastic. And personal life-wise,
Pause. Chris, I'm hearing Gracie coming through you.
Oh, I thought I muted. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and continue.
And personal life-wise, I'm just a regular person living and working.
Very nice. I believe you work as a barista and train as a psychologist.
Yep, I'm currently.
And how does that make you feel?
It sucks.
You're making me jealous with all your dice out there. So, I'll pull mine out to challenge. Yeah. Of course, I can't pull
Dice
them out at once. I am a dice goblin. Oh, nice.
I wish I could say the same, but I am dice.
I gotta fix that now. Gotta put them back.
Well, would anyone like to go ahead and get us started with a recap of what happened last time we played? I believe we had done some gathering of some new crew. While we made sure some loose ends were tied up. That's a cool pinhead card. How do I go about getting one of them? I like.
Oh, yeah.
If Chris didn't already mention, he's my comic book dealer.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think I have the Joker.
So to make a long story short, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
As the loose ends we're tying up, we are following the Baron, what he ended up requesting by quote unquote giving him the body of the Dragoon captain, which we are having a kind of a assassin type dude take care of that, disguised as me, so we can get everything placed into place before sailing off. He's also going to end up taking care of the deed as well, as in. So, to make a long story short, we're getting ready to sail off to. I honestly don't have my notes with me, and I forgot the island that we're getting ready to go to. Kind of bring the dragoons and finish our shipping.
We're not going to an island. We're going to Orlane.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an island. I think it's Orlane.
Everything's an island depending on size.
Okay, but we're going to Orlane.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we're going to Orlane, and we're going to bring dragoons over there. We ended up hiring a couple of extra people onto there. One of them was Ulfric and
nope, it was Gunther and Hunter.
Yeah,
Gunther and Hunter.
Okay, I knew it was some Viking type.
Gunther and Uther. Come on now, get it right. Gunther and Uther.
I don't have my notes. Leave me alone.
Indeed.
And they seem pretty promising, especially, we're trying to work with them pretty well. So, the concerns of the crew were that we have these other people on board and they might cause a mutiny. They have more people than us. So that's why we hired a few extras just to be on the safe side on that one because we never know. And also, it's good to have that. It's better have it, not need it, than need it, not have it when it comes down to crew members.
Indeed. That is always a
Can
thing.
I add to Dean real quick?
Go ahead. And then I believe Grace had it.
Yeah. So along with Gunther and Uther, we had 3 others that joined. So in total, we had 5 people that joined our ship.
That's true. Bolstering your force.
So,
and Gracie,
after Gracie, I want to put a little something in.
I was also gonna mention in the recap that Elvira did some snooping, and she found a love letter that Moonbeam wrote to Tars.
Oh yeah.
And that's kind of currently where we left off. I was trying to convince Tars. I'm just like, Tars, go get her. And he's like, nah.
Was the next step. But we don't know what Chris wants to do with that information. But or is it? I don't know. I don't run the story. I just tell it.
So
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Elvira's gonna convince Tars that she should hold on to the letter so that he doesn't get caught with it.
Persuade him. Persuasion. Do it.
We'll wait for Chris to get back, but then we'll see what happens with that.
Charge. Yeah. There we go. Better. Not scary.
So what time?
It is
morning.
still morning.
Still morning.
It is morning now.
So
Everyone has a full rest. Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it real quick. Boing. Giddy up, boom, ba boom, ba ba bow, wow.
So I'm gonna come out of my my cabin here, and I'm going to start looking for the captain. What time and when we're setting off?
All right, so Captain, you get a knock on your door.
Yep.
And it's Gert.
Yeah, Gert, what is it?
I'm just trying to see what time, if we're ready to set sail, or if we still got a few loose ends that we got to tie up. What we got going on?
Honestly, yeah, honestly, we still as soon as possible. We should have everything. I'm gonna get with Roger and just make sure that supplies are all set before we end up going. As in going down to Roger, and that's what my go-to thing's going. I'm gonna before leaving, call the full crew up so I can kind of make an announcement on a challenging. Let's do this, guys.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much as soon as possible. But we just got to make sure that all cargo's in where it's supposed to be. Everybody's here where it's supposed to be, and we do have the captain of the Dragoons here, correct? We still do because we used a prop, right?
Well, he's not currently in your company, but his men are.
Okay, so we're taking every one of them, right? That's from what I recall. That's what was going on, including the captain.
Well, Captain will. Well, the captain will probably meet up with you later. After all, he's supposedly dead.
Okay, gotcha. I had a feeling on that one. I'm just counting my eggs in the basket.
The captain
I like the music, by the way, on Roll20.
informs you that he cannot bring himself to abandon his post so easily. That he will endeavor to do what he must here in Thalia.
I'm going to
But his
persuade
men
it.
will assist you in a way.
Yeah, but he's talking to me, correct? And I'm going to persuade him to get on this boat with his crew. Yeah, okay.
This is past tense. Past tense.
I gotcha. I understand, because my only concern is in Thalia, and I think everyone can agree with me on this one. In Thalia, if he stays, somebody sees him, that could be bad.
Agreed.
Or somebody. Just saying, it'd be bad for somebody.
Uh-huh. And also, he's abandoning his crew.
Well, maybe you'll just have to talk with the Dragoons about it. I don't know.
Yep.
But would you like to do that?
Yeah. Let's go to the Dragoons and let's figure out what's going on that one. I want to talk with them on finding out what is he going to meet up with us? Is he And if so, we need to figure a solution out because he just abandoned his crew, in my opinion, and is going to a different continent.
I'd like to accompany the captain for that.
Okay. All right. I like that. Good. So the first mate and the captain make their way below deck and find their way to the head of the ship, where they find the dragoons in their quarters. It's still early morning, but they are all awake. They greet you as you approach. Captain, what can we do for you?
I'm inquiring about your guys' captain. As in, is he going to be coming? Because I need him to go up here.
One of them steps forward.
Yep.
And he says, I am who you speak of. I will travel with you. Have no worries. But
he's the new captain.
No, he is the captain. You've just never seen his face before. He's just going to be one of the crew. Okay. So he approaches. He tells you that he is the captain. Right.
So that is the captain. We just didn't realize that he came in with this crew.
Right.
Okay.
That's what he tells you. Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, inside that?
Huh?
Yeah. So exactly.
The way that it just was very. I am the captain, and why didn't he approach me sooner? And why is he just? I understand he's staying with his crew, but you'd think that he'd want to scout.
He says that he was keeping a low key. He didn't want to take any.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
And take any light away from you. After all, this is your ship, and he is a guest. Anything you require of him, as far as ship protection or whatever you like, I will do my best to accommodate. I've been trying to help my men best acclimate themselves to sea life among the seafaring vessel. This is not on fishing vessels before, but never for long durations. So this will be a new experience for all of us, nonetheless.
I have a question, Pat. Is Tars in the area where this conversation is going on?
Well, you're in the ship. You may notice the rustling going on.
Okay.
So you can find yourself on.
Are we in port or have we left?
You guys are still in Thalia.
Wow. This is the ship that never leaves.
Trying to make sure all the loose ends are tied up.
Tars is thinking about taking a swim.
I'm beginning to think
you can get you up.
So,
I
got a question. The direction we have to go, Tars is going to have gone down to wherever the navigation and maps and all that is to check out where we are in relation to where we're going, and kind of just earmark in his head where in the water area was.
Your mermaid friends?
No, I don't have a mermaid friend.
You don't.
It's
like one?
I mean, if you're handing out mermaids, sure, I'll take a mermaid. I was looking for a pot of dolphins to replace the ones I had back home, but if a mermaid's the best I can do, why not? It was Olvok, Olvok, Olvok. I want to just kind of have a mental note on the map, the general location of where Olvok's cave is underwater. So if it's between where we are and in the direction of Olaine. That's my real question.
Okay. So, let's look at roll 20.
Let's do it. Wait.
So to make a long story short on finishing up what I was doing, I'm just going to check to make sure all of our supplies are proper. Get with Roger and make sure everything's good.
All right. So if we look at roll 20 now, you're in fault, right?
It's pulling up. I'm sorry. I wasn't logged in. I just logged in.
Well, you're
I'm
about to
pulling it.
be mad because I'm about to switch it again. So fall up.
That's fine. I'm not going to be mad. I'm just now getting in.
Fall is where the location of your ship is. See it there? Kind of where the ship is.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
I found Olaine. Olaine, wow, it's over there by where those evil games were going on.
oh,
The dungeon game was like around
Okay.
was around there.
you see over by Falla?
Yeah,
Where
I
that
see it.
thing is?
Yes.
On that coastline, that's where you would find that cave.
So it'd be in this area right there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna sail all the way down this way. Up here.
And you see how the continent of Deimos is, and how Lane kind of sits on a spot in between two rivers that flow between it. How it's
Yes.
not landlocked at all. You could technically consider that to be
An island. I get it. And even the one next to it. To the right, northeast of it. That's almost like an island too. It's all these little areas are like little pieces that are. I like it. But
Look at
am I correct?
all the way up there. You can see where some
That's
bad
Red
stuff.
Clover. That's Red Clover Fields, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, hang on a minute. Okay, so
Well,
there's
technically,
Shadowdale.
this is Red Clover Field right there.
And then this is
This was
Shadowdale
mine.
here. So, correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere over here is where the dungeon was that we were in that other game. Am I correct?
Right here in between this mountain pass. The river is.
Right there. Okay, cool. All right. Just so I had a bearing. I knew it was in
this
that
little-
area. That area
This little
somewhere. All right, cool.
back right here.
Yep.
That's Stonebridge.
Yeah, because and then Shadowdale is where Martellus and Andrew's character kind of went there and kind of was stirring up shit when we started the Astral Blades.
Yep.
All right.
You got it.
All right, cool. I just want to get ahead. And then, all right, so that answers my question. And I'm very familiar with Alien. All right, cool. Thank you. So the answer I'm not going to ask the other question because the other question would be a negative. It wouldn't be prudent.
All right. So the captain of the Dragoons looks to you, Captain Von DeVito, and he says, "Captain, are we setting sail today?"
Yes, we are. We're actually getting ready to depart.
I would like very much to accompany you top deck to see you in action.
As long as it's not noticeable, yes, you can definitely accompany me so you can watch what's going on. I just don't want you're dead. Remember?
Well, you're right. So I will remain down here below until maybe you're safe, sound. And when you deem it safe, I would very much enjoy your company. Perhaps this evening we can have dinner.
That would be perfect. That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Since I'm in the room, I'll look over at the captain and go, well, once we get out of sight from once we get away from Fallout, if you want, Captain, I can go down there and grab him, and I can bring him up deck. If you want me to do that.
No, he's my guest. I will grab him and accompany him.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys are making your way downtown.
Yep, just down to Roger to kind of do an inventory check before we go.
Oh, you want to speak to Roger? Yes, of course. So you make your way down the low deck, all the way to the lowest deck. You find Roger. He has a bed made that he is tidying up, and down by all the cargo itself. He says it's best to keep an eye on everything by being where everything is. He greets you. Good morning, Captain. Morning, Gert. How may I help?
I just inventory check, making sure that we have everything before departing.
We have enough to get us to Elaine and back again if necessary.
Beautiful. How's our green fire cannons? The balls.
Well, actually, I'm going to give you a list of actual specifications for your ship. I'm going to do that for you now, Dean. You ready? Go ahead and jot these down. Okay. You have your hull, okay, HP is 600.
600.
Okay. You have of 10. Okay. That means that when you take damage, when your ship takes damage, the first 10 points are going to be absorbed by the shields or whatever, and then the rest of the damage your hull takes.
Mm-hmm.
Cannons. Each one of your cannons is 1d12 damage.
And I have 16 of those, correct?
I believe that's correct. I'm going to go ahead and give her a good old count right now. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the bottom and 4 on the top on each room. 4, 8, 12, 16 cannons. Yep. So, yeah. That means full volley from one side would be, you guessed it, 8d12 points of damage that you could, bestow someone's ship. Your mortar that you see up there, up at the front.
Yep.
Okay. So that one is going to be doing a different. Going to do D10. Okay. You're going to do 5 D10.
5 D10. Gotcha.
Okay. So the way I intend to have this work in combat, y'all, is the captain's going to need y'all's help. Okay. All right. So you guys can help by help not exactly manning the cannons. You have crew for that, but coordinating your guys' cannon strikes and so forth. So you guys will be making attacks with the cannons, or like the same way a command forces line up the same way. Okay.
Yep.
Ready, aim, fire. You know, it'll
Fire. Yep.
Yeah.
Port side, broadside.
Each volley. 2 turns to bring them all back up. Okay.
Gotcha. Cool. I thought I was wondering cooldown wise.
Or here we go. You guys can roll for cooldowns on your cannons. I think that's most fun. Okay.
That would be. That'll make it more interesting.
Okay. So you guys can roll for it. All right. And that means that if you guys could get, we'll do the same thing as like if it was like a breath weapon. On a 5 and a 6, you're ready to go. Okay. Anything else, you got to reroll again. Okay. So you can technically get your ship's cannons up and ready to go real quick.
Can we do something even like make it even more lore role play type thing?
Okay.
Nat roll if you nat 1, repair, misfire.
Okay. We can do that. Yeah.
I know it can crutch us, but it makes it more interesting if that makes any sense.
If you'd like to do, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm game for that. It just makes it fun. It makes it interesting. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys agree?
It keeps everybody in.
Yeah.
So you can have one person man the mortar, and you can have 2 teams of people. You happen to have 3 crew members, so you can have one person on the top deck and one person helping coordinate those cannon strikes. So, in which case, no further ado, I have a map made for you. Oh, yeah.
Y'all ready for this? Drum roll, please. It's water. Hey, buddy.
Find yourselves down in the bottom corner.
Gotcha.
You guys should be able to control your ship. Okay? Maybe regret that. All right.
Yeah.
So you all set sail. Finally. Leaving Thalia behind you. Out into open water. You guys travel for a good day. Making your way into the open water, crossing the expanse between Candor and Dame. Yes, sir.
14.
Mine was a 21.
21.
I'm the same as Gracie.
12.
Wow. Very good.
Hey, I didn't do that horrible, man.
So, you guys see on the horizon a couple of ships. But to determine how many ships there are, I need one of you, just one of you, to roll me a d6.
Oh, yeah. Can I do it?
Chip, I got you.
Oh. Never get
Hey,
to
how
have
about you guys roll to roll? Just kidding.
I never get to have any fun.
I got a 1.
Go for it. Oh wow,
I got-
that's why
A 1?
I
That's
can't
so-
have nice things, Gert.
Well,
I
in all
rolled-
fairness, Chris did ask if he could roll first. Chris, would
Oh.
you like to roll a d6?
Yeah, go for it.
He's gonna get a
Or
1-1.
we can keep that 1. That's up to you guys. It's up to you guys.
We either got a 1 or a 2. Huh.
It's
Chris
not
did ask
11,
first, so
so I rolled a 2.
Gert, you can roll next time, okay?
I was really hoping for like 4, 5, or 6. Although that could have been an interesting test right out the gate.
That could have been a very, very interesting test. I got a bad feeling about
You
this.
guys see 3 ships approaching. And closing fast.
They're coming at us, like toward us from in the direction we're going.
They seem to be making an attempt to get on each of your side, your flanks. They are waving down. They attempt to communicate, holding up white flags. What would you like to do? Oh,
Holding white flags.
your
you see?
perception
Okay,
checks.
go ahead.
They hold up white flags. You see the sails. You notice it. Gert. You especially. A lump in your throat as you recognize these ships to be in the service of some men that you sent looking for dragon turtles in mermaid-infested waters. They
Can you
have
pass that
crimson
information
sails.
along?
They have crimson sails. Now, Captain, you notice that these are whaling ships, mostly.
Yeah.
They are equipped with some weapons, but not nearly as equipped as you are. But they have numbers on their side.
Yeah.
They are, of course, waving down to talk. What would you like to do?
Mm. Does Gert let me know who these guys are? Or am I kind of clueless?
Oh, you recognize them. You were there.
Oh,
when
I
you
did
met them.
too. I was there. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I just look at Gert like, you son of a bee. So I feel that, well, we really can't run from our problems. I don't think that we can outrun them. They're coming right towards us. We can try to flank right to up, but screw it. So how do you ping? Is that how you ping? There you go. That's how you ping. Cool. I'm gonna try to kind of evade starboard side, as in my starboard side, so right side, and then go mainly towards this ship. So kind of going right up here.
Where?
Give me a
You
second.
should be able to control the ship.
Yeah, I'm trying to control it. Give me a second.
So you can move 6 squares.
What do you have, Tars? What's up?
So they want to talk.
Yeah,
Which of the 3 ships were you wanting to move toward?
I pinged it. Well, give me a second. I'll ping it again.
Yeah, so you can move 6 squares.
No, you're not coming up here right now, girl.
I see exactly where I'm. Okay, I
The
know what you're talking
equivalent
about.
of 30 feet.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna move 6 spaces right.
Well, no,
Yep.
no, that would be way too far. I moved it already.
Yeah, I was gonna tell him that's
Yeah,
way over there with the spaces.
I thought the circle is one square
Squares in the grid, right?
can make the ships smaller.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I could already see those squares. Yeah, I mean, I could already see those squares.
You see this ship right here?
I see it. Yes,
That's a smaller ship,
I get
so
that.
it fits perfectly in that square.
I
You
get it.
guys are a large ship. Okay,
Yeah.
Hopefully they're not trying to greasy Roger us.
so that's the reason why you take up multiple squares.
I get
You're a
that.
large ship versus a normal size ship.
And I
Okay.
thought that we were in that 4 of those little squares, or since it was the equivalent of the size of the marker for the ship,
All right.
4 of them would
Gotcha.
be one
Now I
square.
see.
So I understand
No, still,
now the way you were doing it.
Yeah.
So what I was going to
Alright.
say, Captain Vento, is that you have to decide if you're going to talk to them, if you plan on meeting them in the middle or like going to them, or if you want to get on something smaller and meet them in the middle.
So when you
Yeah,
make your
no,
move, they begin to move as well.
see you guys. While you get them positioned, I can still hear you guys. I'm gonna say goodbye to some people.
You notice this smaller ship seems to be moving a little bit faster than the other.
and round to be behind us.
So, with that, what would you like to do? It is your turn, Captain Von Devento. You have the helm.
Yeah, he
Right.
left to go say goodbye to people. So
No, I'm good. We're good. We're good.
Oh.
We're good.
Oh,
So
sorry.
it looks like, yeah, it looks like they're trying to. Honestly, they're trying to flank.
which ship is it that you think that has made it look like they want to talk to us?
Yeah.
No, the 2 main ships, you see them holding up flags, white flags. The smaller ship accompanies them.
So, yeah, they're definitely trying to flank us. We pissed them off. Let's rephrase that. Gert pissed them off. I'm kidding. So Tars had a very, very valid point. Yeah, 1 second.
You're
Is
fine.
it safe to say that
Yeah.
we could have done a long
Yes, you gotta
rest?
take care of it. Yes,
Pat?
you guys have all have the benefit of a long rest.
All right. Thank you. I just saw that I had spells that were slots taken up. All right, so
I believe he had to go say goodbye to somebody.
so since he's not standing here at the moment, I look at Gert and I tell him, listen, if we're going to communicate with those 2 ships, we have to find a way to get closer to them or arrange some sort of signal to them to meet in the middle with like a skiff or something, and have them tell their little rambunctious booger over here that they need to not move any closer. That would be Tarz's suggestion. Now, on ships, do they have a way to signal from ship to ship that's kind of like universal signaling?
Yeah. That's what they're using.
As I was going to say before I end up leaving, I was going to take Tarz's advice. I agree with the whole getting a dinghy out there halfway, kind of
But I
signal
think
a
you
way
need
to
to
be
make
able to.
sure. You need to make sure that they're going to have that smaller ship stop moving toward us.
Agreed. So we need
Unless
to
they want that smaller ship to move in the middle, and we can take a dinghy to the smaller ship.
I don't think their captain's on the smaller ship. I think that is just
Another ship, just a smaller ship.
another ship. Yeah. I agree with what you were saying, Tars. 100%. We need to. I wanted to move a little bit just to see what their coordination was. They're 100% trying to flank us.
What's the dimensions of that smaller ship, Pat? What can we tell from the distance?
About the half the size of yours. It's a schooner.
So it's got a crew of what? Maybe a dozen
Probably
men?
Probably about that.
Elvira smiles evishly and says, I think we should blow up.
Well,
yeah, of course you do.
Tar says, I'll accompany you to out there, but I'll do it under the skiff.
That's what I literally was going to say. As in, I will go with my first. Actually, no. That's a horrible idea. Going with my first mate because, what if somebody's like, "Hey, we're going to cause a mutiny."
I think you take Elvira and I with you. Elvira in the boat with you. So you have one sorcerer in the boat with you. You're a combatant, and then me under the boat.
Yep, Gert as the first mate. They respect you. They know you.
And you could bring maybe one or two of the dragoons or a couple of the Uther and Gunther with us, because they're military guys and they could just be a couple extra guys for muscle on the boat. And then I'll be under the boat.
Honestly, if it's just going to be us, we don't want to oversell it. You're under the boat. You are a storm sorcerer, a water elf, and I've got a psychotic, bloodthirsty tiefling next to me. I think, and I can hold my ground toe to toe. So I think we'll be fine with us three if they try to pull some bull crap. But we need to make a signal where they stop that one ship, and we meet in the middle to see what the Huckleberry Finn's going on. Especially if they're white flagging. And
the other thing, Tars looks at you and says, listen, if that little deal there goes, some deal is worked out and it looks like it's going to stand, I'm then going to go and position myself under the small ship and wait to make sure there's not some crazy double cross. And if there is, they're going to have some serious hull damage at the direct middle bottom of their boat.
Yeah, I was going to say bring one, maybe two of those. It's fine. Everything is fine. Just bring in your bag of holding. Just carry one of those the little green fire cannonballs, and just so we can plant on the ship. So,
I don't. What for the little boat?
Oh, you think you take out that whole little boat by yourself? If something goes wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. We'll play it by ear on that one. Everything is fine.
All right, so you have 6 squares.
Fire,
You have 6 squares of movement. Let me go ahead and make that. Dean?
Yeah.
You are captain of the vessel. You have 6 squares of movement. Where are you moving? Are you complying or are you evading? What is your determination?
I'm gonna go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that was it. I didn't do the measurements, but kind of diagonal, getting further away from this SOB.
And I got a question for you, Pat.
Yeah.
The tidal wave spell is usually dealt with on land, and it does some serious shit. Let's say I cast it like point blank on that little ship.
Don't you want to hear what they have to say first before you start?
No, I want.
You just showed us that everything's fine, but the person's on fire.
I'm asking. I'm asking a question on how it would work in the water.
He's
You would
preparing
definitely do
himself.
damage to the ship. Same thing.
Or that's what I was. That's all I was
I'm
asking.
still here, guys. I'm just gonna walk away for a second.
And if the tidal wave would be moving the object, then it'd be moving the object.
Okay.
Same way. It works the same way.
Okay. So so we moved to meet them, and we're gonna take 2 dinghies out to meet between the 2 ships. Is that what we're doing?
Well, if that's what you guys want to do, that's fine. They continue to, get closer to you. They, of course, flag to parlay.
So they've ignored the messages that we've sent.
They're complying. They're getting closer. They come closer, and then they will release your little dinghy down here in the middle. So we'll say that I'm going to go ahead and pull up another little ship. In fact, I have one right here.
I'm not on roll 20. I apologize.
You're fine.
I did take my phone with you this time, so I can still talk.
Just so you know that they're within 2 squares of us. 3, roughly 3 squares of us. So
yeah, I'm going to kind of
they're
on the side that the ships are at. I'm going to signal. Is that port side or starboard side? Patrick,
Sorry, I'm doing something real quick. Okay.
You're good.
Give me just a moment.
You're good. To make a long story short, my wife had hip surgery Thursday, and she thinks that she can still do everything. And I caught her in the laundry room trying to put laundry in a laundry basket on crutches.
Oh.
Yeah, shame on her. Here, there's your laundry.
Yeah. Long.
Oh, and she had a lumbar tear and a hip dysplasia, so it was a pretty major surgery. And she thinks that she can still do everything, which I have respect for. But it's like, sit down. But
Sorry, I'm trying to make everything you guys want to become possible. I did not foresee dinghies, so I'm making dinghies.
It's like you and your dinghies. We're dingbats with ding. Whoa, are you mad?
Hey, whoa, Chris. Whoa, Chris. Did you just toss dingbats?
Yeah,
Remember,
well,
you're part of the crew, dingbats.
I'm dealing with this right here. It's looking at me because I wouldn't let it in my lap. So now it's staring at me like I have done some horrible injustice to it.
You have. You caused a cat crime.
Yeah, I'm dealing with this right here. Miss
The real
Crutches
cat crime is her boyfriend is in the other room. Might have like 5 days before he's yeah. I don't even want to say it out loud. So her man is not in the best of shape right now. I mean, she's friends with the other male cat, but her and the younger of the 2 males, those 2 have been like best buds since day 1. It's all right, girl.
What's going on there?
So anyway.
All right. I don't know why it was giving me the business.
I hate it when it gives you the business. I like it. We got a little dinghy ship. It's a little miniature version of.
It's so cute.
He's a little guy. You just say that's both of them, and we meet there with 2 dinghies.
Sounds good to me.
I made 2.
That's so cute.
Oh,
But I'm going to just to let
We'll make
Patrick know
that
just real
theirs and
quick.
this one
Okay.
yours.
Yeah.
So the one at top
Yeah.
is theirs. The one at the bottom is us. Whoa.
And
Ours-
you guys can control your dinghy.
We can control our dinghies.
So
So how far is our dinghies from our ships meeting up?
I just say we meet there in that square. That's a square between. That's like central between the three ships. Does that work?
There you go. Now you're the right
That's
side.
cute. Look at that. That's awesome. Look at Patrick go.
Does that work, guys?
That's fine with me. I'm game. But before I leave the ship, I want to make sure the ship's port side towards the main ship that I saw the dinghy come from.
This one?
And then I'm going to have is that the main ship that the dinghy came from? Correct.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's go with that one. And I'm going to leave instructions for Gert to port side cannons at the ready.
I would have every cannon on that side of the ship and every mortar on that side of the ship ready to roll.
Yep, and with yeah, we'll just not leave it that complicated. We're just gonna say yes. We're gonna meet up and see how it goes. It's probably gonna be just hey, from those dragon turtles.
I don't think this has anything to do with Dragon Turtles.
I didn't either.
All right. You don't think this has anything to do with dragon?
Yeah.
Well, if it does, that's on you guys, not me.
So, you guys
Guilty by
make your way out.
association.
You guys make your way out with your little dinghy. Who, I ask, is aboard the dinghy?
Me and Gracie, and then we have Tars underwater.
I think you need two somebodies on the dinghy to like row.
Then
Oh,
two of the
that's-
crew members.
Yeah, I would put. That's what I said. Two of the crew, or two of the dragoons, or two of the new guys on the boat to row.
Yeah, we'll do the new guys. Might as well put them to work.
Gunther and Gunther. Yeah,
Yep.
they're on there. And they row you out, and I'm under the dinghy.
All right, so Gert's aboard the Greasy Roger, while you three are two of you are in the dinghy, while one of you is under the dinghy, and you brought two crew members with you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So, all right. You guys make your way out with your little dinghy, and you see that there are 7 people aboard this dinghy as well. Some of them are heavily armed. Most of them seem to be like basic crew members. One of them speaks up. This one you've recognized before. Approached you guys in the tavern before, claiming to be the leader of the Crimson Dawn. He says, sorry. You have little dwarf with you, no?
Yes, we do.
Little dwarf send us on a little trip. We want to speak with this dwarf. He send us on bad trip. We hope that he can repay with dragon turf that he speak of.
Explain.
We have no
Explain this. What happened?
Well, he tell us he know where dragon turtles lie. He say he fight dragon turtles before. He tell us go to Gulf, find dragon turtle. We go to Gulf, we lose 3 ships due to attacks from mermaids. We want to desperately speak to this dwarf.
I am the captain of this ship. For one. 2, out of the whole sea, The turtle, we gave you the information. He gave you the information that when we saw the dragon turtles travel long distances. So the information was not wrong. Your decision on going there was your own. You traveling the sea should know that there are mermaids and a variety of different things out and about, being a captain of your sort. Is that correct?
You make a very good observation, though. Yes, yes. But I still have no dragon turtle, and I pay good money for dragon turtle.
That is not my
I
problem.
hope to find. He he can help me with new dragon turtle, maybe. You help, maybe.
As
Dragon
in, try to
turtle,
find you a dragon turtle?
maybe. Yes.
What is your guys' occupation? What do you do for a living?
Uh, we do many things. We come to capture exotic monsters for many that wish. Some wish to have dragon turtle as pets. I make this possible,
And
but
we
yes,
and we gave you the information that we had. Just because the dragon turtle was not there when you made it there, that is not our problem.
very good. And you say you are captain? Yes,
Captain Von DeVinto, that is correct.
very good, Captain Vento. I wish you a safe journey upon the ice seas, but know that it can be a treacherous place alone.
Who says we're alone?
With that, he tells them to make his way back to the ship.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way back to the ship too.
Okay.
Barbara disappointingly says, "Oh, no bloodshed."
Not yet, but be prepared.
It's funny as she licks her lips with her forked tongue. That's what I like
They
to hear.
they don't make a move to attack you, or as one might expect. Instead, they move off and leave you be. I wish you well, he says as he makes his way aboard the ship, and they.
Safe.
You make
I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm going to tell him safe travels to you as well.
Okay. All right. With that, you guys continue making your way.
So I, as I make it onto the ship, I look at Gert and just slug him in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for hit. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was just more like
What?
I'm like, you a-hole.
What? I wasn't lying when I sent him in that direction. Just
That's pretty much what I told him. Just be on, and I kind of let the crew know just to be on their guard. Let the guy in the crow's tower, to keep an eye for those ships.
Okay.
As in, keep an eye out in general, more or less.
Yeah.
So they're gone, is what you're telling me. They move off out of sight.
They are gone
For now.
for now.
I was waiting for that.
But yeah, they're gone.
You lucky got your back, dwarf.
Okay, I gotta look something up.
All right, but you guys continue making your way along the high seas. And as you continue to travel, into the day, you find yourselves making your way into a bit of a storm.
Excuse me.
Mild storms, mind you.
Okay.
Hey, Pat, I got a
Wait.
question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
That schooner would it fit into a 60-foot square area? That's
I'd
smaller
say so,
vessel.
yeah.
So
Sure.
I have in one of my rings, I have a spell called Maze. It's 8th level. It usually works on a creature that creates a maze for it, but if I use it on the seas and cast it on that ship, would it effectively make the ship lost in a maze set up on the water for the duration of the spell? Could it be
You're
used that
supposed to
way?
be good, Tars. What the heck?
Here's the thing: is the ship cannot make an intelligence check to say. I don't think it could be a creature. Yeah, I don't think it's a creature either. So no.
So it'd have to be on the people on the ship.
Yeah. So you could definitely take the people and put them in a maze. You know. The funny thing about that would be kind of like the whole. You guys are familiar with Time Machine, like
Yes.
a paradox with that. That if you decide, you're gonna cross through time, whatever. Well, you wouldn't be there anymore. You basically you'd almost be in stasis or moving. I don't know, but you wouldn't be there, that position in the cosmos. You see, it'd be weird. How would you put yourself back there? You come out. Do you understand?
Yep.
Going.
As in,
Yeah.
the ship will still keep going, but the people will. Yeah.
So then, when the people come back out of the maze, they'll still be at that location. Those
But their
coordinates.
ships might not
Their
be
ship
there.
will be.
That's awesome. That's great. That's pretty. Never thought of it like that, but that's pretty amazing.
I see the fun
Paradox.
that you did there.
Well, the thing is, I can only do it to one creature, so I'd have to get pretty close to that ship and do it to their captain. That would cause enough chaos. Then I could get on that ship and probably disable it or capture it pretty quick.
If they've got a first mate and stuff like that, they would have the first mate's got enough.
I'm pretty sure after the captain of that vessel's gone, that leaves about 10 to 12 people left on the boat. The first mate and a couple other guys are going to be crowded around where the captain was, trying to figure out what's going on, and then a timely placed lightning bolt would take them out.
It'd be better if you ended up putting
by that point, I could probably seize control of that ship.
Do you want to ship
All right,
Tars? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying if we have to fight those three later, just thinking about how to get one of the three ships on our side quickly.
Yeah, and yep. That sounds good. Yep.
I don't want a ship. I don't need a ship.
All right, so you guys continue traveling. Okay. As I said, you guys are entering into a bit of a storm. Okay. Can I go ahead and get you guys to make me a perception check, please?
Well, I've gotten out of the water by now, by the way. Oh, where are we? Oh, there we are.
You guys were all back aboard the ship.
Perception.
So, my perception was a 7.
I was going to do this.
Nat 20, so 25.
Oh,
5.
a dirty 20 over here.
What did you say, Gracie?
Mine was a 5.
All right, so Tar's sister and Captain Bob. You guys both notice a number of flying objects coming towards your ship. Can I go ahead and get from one of you a roll of a d4?
Go ahead, Captain. It's your ship.
4.
Oh. Well, there you go then.
Oh, Gracie's gone off to roll 20 now.
Yeah, she's been popping off and on.
Oh, she's
There
back.
she is. See?
Hey, she's the same color I am. That's really cool.
What's
Yeah,
that?
cute.
Nothing. Is your character blue, Gracie?
Yeah.
Well, I was not aware of that. I thought I was the only blue
You guys
person in the
have
party.
something in common. You guys should become best friends now.
Did we just become best friends?
Just don't go smash
That's a little
pumpkins in the bottom of the ship.
Somewhere around here, there's a picture of Tars.
I think it's on your
It's on my character.
Beyond. Yep.
Yeah, he's blue. He's a blue dude.
I'm blue.
It's green. Yeah.
The options were light blue or light green. I was more partial to blue. I like both colors.
Well,
See,
Yeah.
for me, my inspiration was the profile picture on my D&D Beyond because I was like, I liked that color. I was like, ooh. I was like, okay, I can work with that. It's more of a purplish blue, but
kind of reminds me of you if you ever played World of Warcraft, the Draenei. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what was thrown at us, Patrick?
Everything.
You guys notice 5 flying creatures, all with leathery wings,
Oh no.
flying towards your position.
5 dragons.
They all have long beaks, an elongated head, leathery wing, any sort of eyes on them. You can hear them screech and wail, almost as like a bat does trying to find a prey. They seem to be locked in on you.
Crap.
Does anyone know what this is?
Long beaks.
Batman.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a pterodactyl.
I don't know, but that's fine.
I'm going to send an image into
Discord.
D&D or Discord
On Thalia.
for you guys.
Yay. That's what I want to see. Where are you putting it at? Are you putting it into general?
I'm going to put it into this chat. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you're talking about this chat.
Yeah.
What in the holy bejesus is that? I don't know what that is. That is
Oh,
Are you
actually
just trying to kill us?
it's kind of horrifying. I just want you to know that's somewhat scary. It looks like some monster that Kong fought, but instead of having the 2 legs, it has 2 wings. The skull crawlers. Yeah, that's horrible. Tars jumps off the boat into the water. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Says, F this crap, I'm out.
Gert tries doing the same thing, and he just face plants into the water, onto the water.
Oh yeah. What, Gert? Because he can't sink now because he can walk on water.
Exactly.
He's like, I
So
can't
this
get
is
in
where
the
things-
water. I need to get in the water.
So this is where things get fun.
This is gonna get interesting, dude.
I'm scared.
so scared right now.
What do you think they want? They
Gotta
don't look like they have
communicate.
eyeballs. Do they actually have eyes?
Somebody bring a dinghy out to him. Let's communicate.
You don't see any eyes. If you'd like,
I
you can
didn't
make
see any.
You can make a nature check.
I'll do that. Nature or insight?
Nature.
Oh, okay.
Knowing what this is.
Wow, I don't know shit. I rolled a 4.
It's okay, I got a 9.
We'll say that
You got a what?
Captain Vaughn and Darth Sister and this Dismay, they show you guys all this creature that's flying towards them. So if you guys would all like to make a nature check, see if you know what this is, go ahead.
Yeah, somebody
16.
do better than me.
Which is great for me because my nature sucks.
You rolled a 10.
I got a 10.
That's my boy. I got a 4. We add those together, we've got a 14. Still
Gracie,
not-
what did you get?
I got a 9.
Yeah, so none of you really know what this thing is.
I call Carlene up to the deck if she's within earshot and see if she can come up to the deck.
Okay. So what I'd like you guys to do, okay, is to work off of something. This is just as like your crew and stuff like that. Form a static initiative. Okay. We can do this based on your dexterity. It's just the acts in which you guys are going to react in turn. We can just make this an easy thing. Okay. So what are your dexterity modifiers?
Dexterity modifier is a +2.
+4.
It's a +2.
2.
So, the highest dexterity would go first, and the lowest dexterity would go last. Okay? Or you guys could just determine your guys' initiative order, and you just run that. What would you
Dex
guys
works
like?
for me.
The way you just said will be fine.
Okay. All right. So, you say you want to go get Carlene.
Well, I call her if she's within earshot. I call her up here to see if she can tell us anything about whatever these things are.
Okay. We'll say that she joins you as the creatures begin to circle above. They haven't engaged yet. They just continue to circle the ship. She comes up at the top. She says, "Oh, I've never seen one of these in the wild before, but I've heard of them before. They have such a strange name. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing it correct. I believe it's called a Y-thrack."
A Y-thrack?
Correct.
So, why do they not have eyeballs?
Well, they seem to hunt using hearing. They even attack and destroy prey or bring it down with psychic or a sonic attack. A sonic lance, as it were.
Great. So for anybody confused, Moonbeam's actual real name is Carlene. So, Vaughn, Captain Vento over there's like, there's somebody else on my boat that I don't know what's going on.
No, I knew it was Carlene.
All right. So, do you know anything more about them? Like any weaknesses?
Their sight is completely based off of sound, and loud noises can be detrimental.
Okay. Do you have a way to help us, or do you want to go back below deck where it's going to be safer?
I think you guys are safer with me above deck. So,
Okay.
was like, okay.
So,
Elves to the
I'm
rescue.
going to go ahead and ask you guys what you guys would like to do, okay? Before we roll any sort of, or get into combat, okay? Before we get into combat, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Yes.
Does anybody in the group have the ability to create a mental communication between us so we don't have to speak out loud?
Crickets, initiate.
I do not.
I don't think any of these characters do in this game. I'm just asking because the less noise we make, it's going to be like Quiet Place. The less noise we make, the less we fumble around, the better this is going to go.
I gesture. As in, we all go below deck. Because I'm assuming the rain, if it's raining, correct?
Yeah, it's a storm.
Yeah, so the rain, with us being below deck, I'm only assuming the rain hitting the deck, our ship, will nullify our talking.
So, do you have the ability to steer the ship from inside?
I'm meaning as in I'm going to be I feel I'll stay above. I will stay above. Or honestly, the
Why don't
best
we
person to
have-
stay above would be Utars, because if you fall off the ship, you can swim. You can swim. And
As
Well,
long
we
as,
have-
as long as I'm not being carried off in the air as dinner.
just keep your eye out.
Well, why don't we have Greasy Rogers go up and man the wheel while we all talk about what's going to go on?
Tars is like, if that's the case, I'll stay on the deck with Roger because I don't think we should leave anybody alone on the deck. If we're all going below.
Well, before we make decisions, we're just
We're all going to go below deck. You, stay
We're
here.
going below deck. Exactly. That's pretty much what's going to go on, because if we're yapping while we're still up top, we're going to get swooping one by one. That's why I was like, we can be below deck for a little while. The ship's not going to be like, oh.
So they have a problem with loud noises, right, Pat?
That's what she
I got
said.
a plan. I've got a plan.
Are we gonna
So,
attack these things?
we're going to distract him to a dinghy with some of that green fire, or Greek fire, or green fire, and have Tarzanster shoot a lightning bolt at him when they all land and start attacking it.
She says, she goes on to continue. She says, they have a very short range in which they can actually see.
So do they even see us?
Doesn't appear so at this time.
So why don't we just stay quiet, tell everyone to shut up, and just go around them?
Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor then.
Yeah, what's up?
I want you guys to do some collective stealth checks. Okay?
Crap.
Okay.
Does it count? Okay, with this being a ship stealth check, do I still get disadvantage?
One more time.
Since it's kind of I get disadvantage on stealth checks. With it being being quiet on a ship and not really like sneaking around, do I still get disadvantage?
Yeah.
Dang it!
Don't worry. It's a collective. So it's going to be everyone.
I missed that. Sorry, my fault.
All right. So go ahead and roll yours. Okay. And everyone else roll theirs. And you tell me what you get.
I got an 11.
Gert. Oh, Gert. I got a 10.
So
My
21.
first roll was a 21. My second roll was a 9.
24.
With a disadvantage.
Wouldn't that be 33?
33.
We did great, guys. Good job.
So, what was yours, Captain Vaughn?
But with the disadvantage, it was 9.
9. And what was yours, Tars?
What was it? 10 or 12?
12. What was yours, Gert?
3.
3. And what was yours, Gracie?
Mine was an 11.
11.
35.
35. Divided by 4
Fudge.
equals about a 9. So,
We did great, guys. We did wonderful.
no, you didn't.
Yeah, they see
So,
us.
the White
They hear
Blacks, they hear you. Okay? And they begin approaching. They're getting closer. Okay? But they're not upon you yet. I'm going to allow you guys to roll one more together. We're going to do a best 2 out of 3. Okay? So go ahead. You guys failed here again. It's over. The gig is up. So, roll a stealth. Those of you that roll with disadvantage, go ahead and observe that as well.
My lowest one was a 15.
Nice.
Lowest was 10.
Mine was 14.
We suck.
And what about your Chris?
I was looking at my ring of invisibility and if it adds to my stealth check when I'm wearing it.
If you'd like to use it, you can. It'll give you advantage.
I'll put that ring on. Because my first roll was a 10, so I'll roll the second roll. Oh, and that was a 23. So yeah. So I have a 23.
So that gives you a solid 16 this time. Okay. That's a success. So, best 2 out of 3 here. All right. So, all you guys have to do is succeed one more time. Let me get some stealth check.
That was 10.
I have a 23 again with advantage.
Oh, no, never mind. 4. It's 4. I forgot that I had +2. I got 4.
Wow. Captain.
I got a 5.
Wow.
We suck.
Gert.
And what about you, Gracie?
I got a 10.
Oh no. Wah, wah, wah.
Gives you an 11.
Wow.
The DC was a 12. Just to be clear. So the White Thrax begin to shout and screech as they begin to encircle the ship. Now then, we're gonna use our static initiative here. Okay. You guys can choose essentially who goes first. I'm gonna let you guys decide. Okay. And from there we're gonna continue our initiative. White Thrax will act left.
I've got a crazy plan that might work.
Okay.
I've got a dancing longsword, and I'm next to a storm sorcerer. What does a dancing longsword do? It's a lightning rod that can go right by them.
Yeah, it can hover above the ground and make attacks on its own.
So how far can it? Let me read it. Give me a second. I didn't read it. Sorry, I was getting medicine ready for the kiddo. Okay.
It
It
doesn't
can
have
fly
any
up to 30 feet.
long range, but
Spot within 30 feet of you. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I think the Storm Sorcerer should go first because he's a big old boomer in this type of thing. Well, not literal boomer, but you know what I mean.
How far
What
up
about
are
you guys?
they?
Do you guys have to agree?
Sounds fine by me.
How far up in the air are they, Pat?
they're 90 feet in closing.
90 feet in closing. Okay. Okay, so what I want to use on them, they have to be closer. So, and that's a thunder wave. Because it's going to do all kinds of noise and disruptive issues for them. So 90 feet in closing. Uh, so, I guess I'm going to use a. I can only hit one of them. Well, actually, are they all kind of coming down in like a formation all together?
Yeah, we'll say they're somewhat clustered at this time.
Like, are they within 20 to 20, 30 feet of each other?
Sure.
All right, cool. Then I cast Fireball at them. I centered in the middle of them.
All right.
Fireball.
As there's 5 of them, right? So I at least do it where I try to get the 3 in the middle for sure.
All right.
And let's cast that. And here goes nothing. It's a 15 dex save. Well, that's a lot of ones.
Thank you.
So it's 18 points of damage. That was horrible. 8d6. I got 2 3s, 3 1s, and a 4. That is an awful roll. Next time I roll my little red dice.
That sort of thing does happen.
Yeah. But it's going to go boom. They're not going to like that. Normally, I would use my bonus action to take flight, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm going to keep my feet on the deck. It seems like if I decided to do that, I would just be closer to being lunch.
Yeah. With them being flying, I don't blame you.
So, 3 of them fail and 2 of them save. So we'll say you kind of get that cluster of the 3. They all get hit with the full points of 17 points. The others get
18. 18 points.
And
it was 18. It was 18
Okay.
points. To be 18
That's
and 9.
Sounds good.
I
Will
want
that end your turn?
Yeah, because I'm not using my normal bonus action, which should be fly up in the air 10 feet. That doesn't seem smart right now. So I'm going to stay grounded and wait for them to get closer.
So as these Wythrax begin to approach, your friend Tarzister hurls a fireball at the cluster. Who's next in initiative?
I'll go.
All right.
Dancing longsword, away!
All right, so
And
you
I move the dancing. Yep,
toss out the long sword.
yep, and I move it to as far away from us as possible that I could still use its action. I did not really use its action, just more of I'm gonna bang it like on something metal to make an annoyance, a loud reverberation.
Okay, try to attract the attention of the Wythrax.
Yep, you've got it exactly. I'm using the dancing long sword to distract them.
All right, will that end your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn for as of right now. Kind of just that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm just going to be trying to get them to go for.
The sword. Got it.
Yep.
All right, who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
All right, what would you like to do? The long sword comes out and starts rapping on the side of the boat, and you do what?
I'm gonna somewhat do what Chris did, what Tars did, but I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Okay. So you attack at one of them. Make me an attack, please.
Yes, sir. Does a 19 hit?
Yes. Are you attacking one that got full damage or one that got partial damage?
Full damage.
Okay. Roll damage.
And that was a 6.
All right. You hurl a firebolt into the air and it hits one of the Wythrax as it swoops down to attack. Will that end your turn?
Yeah, that was my turn.
Gracie, it is your turn now. The Wythrax are engaging you. Your team does their best to fend them off and make preparations. What would you like to do?
Wait, are they currently now?
They're 90 feet from you. Roughly.
Am I allowed to use chill touch?
She'll touch as long as you have the range on it, that's fine.
Yeah, it goes to 120 feet.
Alright. So, I believe that comes with an attack.
Does an 11 hit?
Unfortunately, no. So, you do manifest a icy hand of frost and bony frost, and it manifests and tries to attack one of the Wythrax, but it manages to get out of the way. Will that end your turn?
Yeah. No, I'm here.
Okay. All right. As the Wythrax continue to charge forward, they swoop down at the deck with their lance attacks. So I'm going to attack. One second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6. Okay. And I'm going to do a 1 will be Captain Vaughn, 2 will be Gert, 3 will be Tarzinster, 4 will be Gracie, 5 and 6 will be the sword. Okay?
All right, roll bad.
That's a 2. That's a 2. That's a 1. That's a 5. That's a 2. And last one. Yeah, 6. So 2 of them are attacking
3 of them.
Attacking the sword. So, yeah, I know that.
My sword failed me?
What?
Are they attacking me or Gracie? Am I 3?
Alright, so I'm going to make a couple of attacks.
Who? I can't. Am I 2 or was Gracie 2?
I thought that was 4.
Gert was 2.
Okay. I'm
Frickin'
3
guard.
and okay.
So first one is going to be at Captain Vaughn. Captain Vaughn does a 20 hit.
Just barely.
Barely. Very good.
Oh. Nom 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 nom.
A sonic
hungry.
blast is heard from this Wythrak, and it shoots down upon the deck. Okay, hold on. Technology. I'm sitting outside.
So he's using a sonic attack.
You're going to take a total of 12 piercing damage from this lance attack. Sonic lance. All right. So, moving on to Gert. Okay, Gert, I'm going to make 3 attacks against you. Okay.
Sounds good.
Does a 9. I know. Does an 11 hit.
No, it does not.
Very good. Does a 12 hit.
No, it does not.
So an 11 doesn't hit either. Okay.
No. I
All
have
3 of the sonic lances from this Wythrak rushing down from above, all missed, disrupted perhaps by the fireball and the firebolt you threw up at them, as well as the fierce death that Gracie had manifested in the sky, perhaps interrupted them temporarily. As the other Wythrak shoots down at the deck at the sword.
Yeah.
The sonic blast hits the sword, and the sword is going to fall on the deck. Okay? I'm not going to roll damage against the sword. I'm just going to take it out of combat. Okay?
Gotcha. Sounds good. It was just a distraction.
Can I help you?
And they fly by, continuing. We're going to say at this point in time, they have a total of, 80 feet of movement. So they move the full 80 feet towards you. They're like right above you guys right now. They're like 10 feet from you. Okay? All right? So, like 10 feet above you, give or take. And as they begin flying overhead, you hear, "Release the volleymen," from one of the captain of the dragoons, who has a number of the dragoons out there with crossbows organized, and 10 dragoons fire crossbow bolts out at the Wythrak. One of them collapses on the deck of the ship, and then they continue to fly by. Okay? There is now 4 Wythrak. And we are at top of initiative. Tarzanster, your turn. They are 10 feet above you.
Is there 2 or 3 clustered together still?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll allow them to be clustered for you.
Like 2 of them?
Sure.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Thunderwave. I'm going to upcast it at 3rd level. And I'm going to cast that puppy. And So
We'll
it's
say
going to
that
be.
the three that attack Gert are all clustered together, so you can hit them.
And this. All right, this is basically. It's a wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 48 damage because of upcast and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage as it isn't pushed. In addition, yeah, that's fine. So, I'm rolling damage. Well, it's a 15 con save.
All right.
That's
One
way better.
saves. Two saves. They're going to take half damage, but still taking damage.
All right, so it's 21 points.
Okay. So half of that will be 11. Each of them take 11 points of damage, but they're not pushed away. And will that end your turn?
Keep in mind that's a loud booming sound too. That's gonna mess with their whole setup.
They're going to be disoriented on the next turn.
My turn.
Okay. So that brings us to, I believe, Captain Vaughn. Captain Vaughn, you chose to go next in initiative order. So after Tarsister unleashes this thunder wave and the dragoons make their volley, it is your turn. You see that one Wythrak that had done its sonic blast and is charging straight towards you. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm going to be attacking it. So igniting the long sword, more or less. The old saying goes, Dracarys. I'm going to ignite my longsword and just go full-fledged to it. And going to end up doing a Flame Tongue Longsword.
Okay. All right. Make me an attack.
Nat 20 plus 8, 28 per hit.
Roll damage for that for me, please.
Yes, sir. Definitely will. So, 1d8. We made it go. Go. There it is. That's not my d8. Give me a second. I lost my d8. I lost my dates. Oh. There it is. I'm sorry. Ew. 1d8 plus 5, that's 6, and then a 2d6. 6. Not counting that. 6. I rolled 12 altogether.
Remember, with your
I nat 20.
Okay. Roll double damage with the sword, so you should roll 2d8 for damage.
Yep.
Okay.
So I already got the one. One was already damaged. I'm gonna roll this other one. That's 5. So 6 for damage for the sword.
Okay. All right. So you charge forward and leap into the air and hit the Wythrak with your flame tongue sword.
I miscounted. I forgot my plus 5. I'm sorry. So that's 11.
Okay. All right, 11. Okay, nice. Very good. And I believe you have more attacks, right?
Correct. Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
So next is going to be my rapier.
Okay.
Well, I got a dirty 20.
Nice, that hits.
Sweet. So that's a 1d8 plus 6. 1d8. 7.
Okay. 7 points of piercing damage. I believe you
Correct.
have that's your offhand attack, which is a bonus action. Now then, you still have your other attack. Go ahead and roll that.
Yep.
Flame tongue long.
21.
And that hits as well.
Awesome, Bossum. That's going to be a 1d8 plus 5. That's 9. And then 2d6 for fire. That is 7. So 9, that's going to be 16.
16. Alright. So you leap into the air, slashing and piercing with your weapons at the bottom of this Wythrak. It reels and shrieks and then falls on the deck of the ship. Gert,
Yes.
I believe you're up next. That is, Captain Vaughn, that is
Yeah.
the end of your turn, right? Okay.
How
Gert,
far away
it
am
is-
am I able to walk and pick up my sword or snag it? You know what I mean? Like, usually like a dashing.
Yeah, you use the rest of your movement to go gather your dancing longsword. You have it back in your inventory. And Gert, it is your turn. The Wythrax continue to attack. Luckily, not you, because you seem to be impervious at this. 2 of the Wythrax have been downed. Only 3 of them remain. What would you like to do?
So, the 3 of them, out of all the 3 of them, which one's the one that, just say like 2 of them were attacked by Chris? By Tars?
So all the 3 that are left, the 3 attacked you, were hit by a fireball, all that good stuff. Well,
Okay.
yeah.
So
they've
so
taken the most damage.
they're within... Right. So they're within 30 feet, correct?
They're within 10.
Okay. I'm going to use... I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
What? Which bolt?
I'm going to cast... Yes, Witch Bolt.
All right, make an attack.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay. I figured. They're within 10 feet.
They had babies like 8, 9.
Lay down.
So I'm going to cast my other cantrip, Firebolt, again.
Hold up the bonus action.
Because I have two.
Your action. Cast the spell.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you have
Okay. I do not have a bonus action for
Alright.
that.
So that
Okay.
is probably going to turn then. Okay? So you
Yes.
try your bolt at them, but unfortunately, they are a little bit elusive. That brings us to Gracie. Gracie, it is your turn. They are within 10 feet of you. What would you like to do? There's 3 of them.
I would like to cast Magic Missile, and I want to shoot one each of the 3 dart ball things at one of them, like at each one.
And you're going to do 1d4 plus 1 point of damage to each one of them. Go ahead and roll that, please.
That's a 5.
Alright, 5 on one of them. Go ahead and roll again.
3.
3 in there.
And 5 again.
And another 5. Okay. Alright. Will that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so you and Gert volley with your magic. I guess you, Tars, and Gert, while Captain Vaughn unleashes forward with his swords. The Captain of the Dragoons orders another volley with the Dragoons, and they down another. Wait, hold on. Wythrax get to attack for the Dragoon. So, I'm going to roll d6s again to determine who I'm attacking. I'm going to make it random. Make it fair. Three. That was Tarzanster. 3. That was Tarzanster. And 2. That was Gert. So I'm going to roll 2 attacks against Tarzanster, which makes sense because they were getting their asses kicked by Tarzanster. Okay. That won't hit. That was a 1. And
Gotta click on that.
does a 23 hit?
Nope.
What?
Yes, yes, it does.
Say,
I was like,
Nope.
hey, Dark Castle.
No, I have a 35 AC, man. Nothing touches TARS. Just kidding.
You take 17 points of piercing damage. One of the Wythrax misses with its lance.
17 points.
Yes, sir. Gert does a... No. An 8 does not hit. So, one of the Wythrax hits, the other... the Dragoons release a volley, and another one of the Wythrax is spelled upon the deck. The Wythrax continue to fly off, deciding to leave y'all alone because they've been getting them with one swoop down and attack. They just lost 3 dudes. So they're leaving you guys alone. You guys have Wythrax.
So TARS is like has his staff outstretched and he's looking at the captain and he's like pulling it back.
I looked at him like,
It was about to be. Oh,
yeah, I know.
I
that,
was already
yeah, I know.
asking I was telling the captain this is going to be bad for everybody, but the end result is going to be great. The downside was it might. I don't know what level all the Dragoon fighters are. It could have done some serious damage to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say that I thought about using it first, but it would have been well in range to hit everything, but it would have hit everybody on the ship too, except for me.
Yeah, I used
And-
Dragoon.
Everybody else.
The upside was everybody that failed saving throws would be deaf, which those things rely on hearing.
Yep. And
So if they had all failed their saving throws, they would have been deafened. The Staff of Thunder and Lightning has 4 abilities, and one of them is a thunderclap. The 600-foot range, anything within 60 feet of me is immediately affected and has to make a DC 17 con save. And if you fail, you take 2d6 damage and you're deafened for a number of rounds. That alone would have been ideal because they rely totally on hearing.
Huh?
Everybody on the ship would have taken some amount of damage, though.
Huh?
Yeah, because you'd be deaf, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
You probably would have saved. Probably.
Maybe. Good possibility. But we'll deal with it in due time.
Bueller. Yeah, I sat there looking at it going, I want to use this, but all the Dragoons are on the deck. Carlene's on the deck.
You're like-
deck. You 3 would have been fine. I was just like, oh man, I could end up killing crew members, or at least putting them in some serious problems.
All right. So after
That was fun.
the battle, after the fierce battle with the Wythrax, you guys have 3 cars aboard the ship. What would you like to do?
Easy.
Are
Can
they
we cut him
edible?
open?
What was that, Gracie?
I was asking you if we can cut him open.
You certainly can.
Yeah, any treasure is going to be in their stomachs.
Yep. Or cut them open.
Cut these little- Put them
Elvira
open.
looks up like, hope you don't mind a little bit of blood on your dicks.
If any of you that want to cut open a Wythrak, make me an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys do that. I'm gonna stand back a safe distance away from spray.
That was a 7.
I got a 16.
Yeah, the sorcerer is not really equipped for cutting open dead creatures. I'm gonna stand back and watch.
No, you're just like, it's so dirty.
Exactly.
Are
give me
you
money.
doing Captain Vaughn?
What was that?
Are you doing an investigation as well?
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
Oh, okay. So, Gracie, you find that your Wythrak that you search it hadn't eaten recently. Seemed to have been quite hungry because it was quite starving. You don't find as well. Captain Vaughn, you're 13. You find that it had eaten something recently. Something humanoid. Okay. You find on the person that it ate a gold purse. Sorry. Does the easiest things to say are the hardest. A gold coin purse. You find 25 gold in the coin purse. Yay.
Yeah. 25 gold. Uh-huh.
Gert. You rolled a 17?
16.
16. Okay, you're 16. You find a coin purse as well of 25 gold. And then you also find a a dagger of fine quality.
A dagger of fine quality.
So, if we have one left to cut open or no?
Gracie searched one. Gert searched another. And Captain Vaughn searched the last. So all 3 Wythraks have been searched.
So there's nothing left to gather.
No.
All right, cool. So,
Oh,
Gert, what are you gonna do with that dagger?
I'm going to put it in my inventory.
Oh, I mean, aren't you like a walking tank already? How often are you going to use a dagger?
Yeah. You never know.
You already put it in your inventory. Wow, you were fast.
Wow. He ain't playing around. He's like, you keep what you kill.
All right. I was going to say, I actually am proficient with a dagger. And I wouldn't mind having a +1 dagger, but that's okay. You probably need it.
Hold on. That dagger that you're seeing on my character was already there.
Oh,
because of the. Yeah, that was the. We were using that for the shard.
Oh,
So I could take that. Yeah.
So that's just that's the actual one dagger you just found.
Yeah, that'll take the place of the +1 dagger.
Yeah, because you're going to use the dagger over the warhammer battle axe all day long. Are you have a 2-weapon fighting? Okay, that makes sense.
I think so. Yeah.
You do. Yeah, you do. All right, that's fine. I'm fine. You're fine. It's all right.
Okay.
I'll cry a little bit about it tonight.
Is there anything else you guys want to do with the corpses?
Yeah, can I do a survival check and see what all materials and stuff I can gather from it?
Sure.
Like meat and blah blah blah. My survival sucks, but you never know what you can get. It's there.
Make a survival check.
12.
12.
Yeah.
You do manage to gather some valuable meat. Okay.
Okay.
You also take the horn as a decoration.
Yeah.
You want to harvest all of them?
Do I want to do what?
Harvest all of them?
Yeah. Unless anybody. Yeah, we're gonna harvest them all because we can use.
Go ahead and roll me another survival then.
While he's doing that, Patrick, is there any way I can be looking at this dagger plus one? Sorry.
Well, I misspoke when I said a +1. I recalled and said dagger of fine quality. You're going to have it identified to find out what it's done.
Okay.
So, Captain Vaughn, you made a second survival check. What was that?
15. Yes, sir.
15. You also gather the meat, good bit of meat, and harvest the horn. You notice that when you harvest the horn, and you notice that when you do, that part of the head has a small cavity that has a certain jelly with it. You were able to harvest some of that as well.
Ooh, just the jelly? Okay, cool.
Yeah. You're not sure, but you wonder if maybe it's valuable.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have one more.
I'm just gonna call it brain jelly.
There you go.
Head cheese. There you go. Oops, nope, not. That one was a 7.
So you managed to get some of the meat, but you have a trouble with the horn. You're unable to get the horn.
She's gonna kick your ass if you fuck with her butt.
And
If she,
the jelly.
if she scratches me and you fuck with her butt, I am going to catapult you.
But you get the meat.
I mean it.
Cool. Gotcha.
Want to fight? Serious. She is in my crotch. You fuck with her right now, I will murder you.
The jelly may prove to be valuable.
I mean it.
Sweet.
Touch
I got
her.
brain cheese.
Leave her butt
So
alone.
can the horns be.
What was that?
You may be able to get some money for the horns and the jelly that you harvest.
Yeah, that is actually awesome.
If you two start this shit right, I mean it. You go. No.
You okay over there, Chris?
So, Patrick,
Yeah, I have a cat sitting literally in my lap, and they like to fight. And this one doesn't just immediately goes to claw mode, and I would rather her not go into full claw mode sitting in my right now. But I'm fine. Sorry.
Well, you guys have.
so
Go ahead.
is Moonbeam still on the on the deck with us?
Yes, she's observing everything and taking notes of what Captain Vaughn has discovered. She tells you that the brain jelly can be quite valuable. She will purchase it from you if you if you give her the opportunity, you notice that she is having this conversation with Captain Vaughn as you observe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat.
I want
Go ahead.
to take the dagger over to Moonbeam whenever they're done with their discussion and all that, and have her take a look at it, see if she can perhaps tell me anything about it. As far as the quality of it and what it does or what it may or may not do.
Okay, sure. She says she can have a look at the dagger for you. It will take some time. And Captain Vaughn, she will purchase the jelly from you. She'll give you 50 gold.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, might as well.
So, I have blood on my hands, right? From, like, cutting that thing open.
Sure. Yes, you do.
While she's distracted talking to Vaughn, can, like, Elvira go up behind her and then, like, wipe the blood on her face?
Okay. Make me a stealth check. I'll give you advantage because she's distracted.
Yes. Oh, advantage, that is a 17.
Okay. All right. So you begin sneaking around behind her, and you want to smear it on her. What now?
Smear on her face. Just
All right. Make me a sleight of hand check.
do it again. Oh. It's an 11.
Okay. As she goes to pay Captain Vaughn, and she receives the small jar of jelly, you come up behind her without her noticing, and put your messy hands on her face, wiping the blood. She drops the jar. It smashes
I
on
can't
the
use
ground.
it. I was gonna see if I can do a dexterity to try to like pick it and save it.
Sure. Make me a dexterity saving.
13 plus 2, actually 3 because I have the ring. I get plus 1 on saving, so that's 14.
Okay. So you reach down and
Probably like drop kick it across the freaking ship.
yeah, reach down and get your hands just on it, just before it hits the ground, managing to catch it. Oh, wow. Thank you, she says. How dare you, she says, turning around to see you have messed her face up with this blood. What a gentleman. I can't believe you would do such a thing, Elvira. For
Come
I
on.
give her this like dad look.
You can't be that daft. I am your sister, after all.
yes, and you are prankster. I should have known I was in trouble when I heard that you were going to be aboard this ship. I do hope that that there won't be too many more pranks that I have to endure for this voyage. She says with a little bit of discontent.
Elvira smiles devilishly and is like, oh, no more, I promise.
But if you would like to play tricks, dear sister, I can play tricks too. So be careful what you do.
Crap.
she says as she pulls a cloth out of her sleeve, begins to wipe her face clean. She goes below, afraid for Tarzinster to see her in such a unpresentable as she may be.
Beautiful.
She thanks you, Captain Vaughn, for saving her jelly, and she disappears below.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna look over it.
how late are we gonna go tonight?
I was just about to wrap up here.
Okay.
We got
I'm
a little
gonna look
late,
over at Vaughn and go.
but we do have some
Sorry.
of us in the morning.
I really want that blue 4 right there on the left. And this kind of purplish blue 20 over here. And
Of course,
then,
I'll
that sea right there in the middle is pretty cool too.
be hanging out for a little bit on Discord after this, but thank you for joining us tonight here at the table in the tavern. Remember, be kind to each other. We're all in this together. And say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.